Hey, rich friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created this channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So, if that sounds like you, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are a new or returning subscriber, just make sure that you guys get comfortable with going through the playlist because I do have over 350 videos on so many different topics, and I'm sure that you'll find something that can help you. And if in the case you don't see a video of something you'd like to learn, you can leave me a comment below and I will add it to my queue. Now, in today's quick video, I'm going to be doing one of my favorite types of videos to do, which is a trade breakdown. This is where I review one of the trade ideas that I shared with my students for the week, and we actually see how it turned out, win, lose, or draw. Now, I do have a little bit of notes on this chart just because this is how I like to do my markups when I'm explaining stuff in class. And I just took a screenshot of what I observed and I posted it in the chat for my students. Now, we are going to head over to TradingView and we're going to look at this trade a little bit more in depth so that I can break down my thought process when I took this trade. And we're actually going to see how it played out. Now, I said here that we were looking for potential gold sells, and we were specifically looking for a break of structure below the 2785.50 line, which you can see notated on my chart. I also recommended that they can look for sell stops anywhere below where the current price was. Now, sell stop is a type of sell pending order, which means that the market can be falling, and as it falls, your pending orders will trigger and your take profits will still be below that area. And I have a lot of different videos on sell stops and sell limits and other types of pending orders. Now, the next thing that I updated them on was that the sell stop was actually triggered, and I gave them a few different TPs that they could hit. Now, I did post the hour chart, but we're going to go ahead and look at it on the 15 just so that we can see a little bit more detail on what was happening in the market at this time. Now, the first thing I actually did on this trade, and hopefully we're able to see it with all of these lines here, or maybe let me hide them. The first thing that I actually did was I marked the weekly high and weekly low of the previous week. And you should be able to see that when I put the lines back on the chart. It's a lot though, because I didn't really take my notes off. But I marked the weekly high and I marked the weekly low. Now, specifically, what I was looking for and waiting to happen was a break of structure on that daily low, which I believe would have been around 2785. And I did take some notes above and below price just so that we can know what areas the price will be targeting depending on the way that it was going to go. Now, gold moves pretty quickly, so if it's currently in a selling trend, I'm expecting the selling trend to continue for a little bit, especially before it continues to buy. Because one thing you'll notice about gold, and I can even highlight this right now, is that it's always going to come back and retest a level if it hasn't already done that thing before. So just looking at that, I figured gold will come back and retest this level because I didn't see that. And in order for that to happen, a sell would have to happen first. Now, sometimes on the smaller time frames, it can seem to contradict what you're seeing on the higher time frame. Because if you look at a bigger time frame, you may say, okay, gold is buying. And while that is definitely true, in order for the market to reach new heights, sometimes it does come back first to make sure it's done with that price before it takes off. That type of order is called a buy limit, but we didn't have any of those for this particular trade. We were focused on price coming down to retest this level. And ultimately, if structure was broken at this level, 2785, then the market had a potential to continue and to drop down. So as you saw from my initial post, we had some potential TPs at 2780, and we're just going to go down to 2780. And then we also had another TP at 2775. And with gold, I just really like to take my profits in increments because I don't have to rush it. And I also know that gold has the potential to go thousands of pips. So even if I'm going from my first sell stop to the very next level, that's 500 pips. And then from the first level to the second level is another additional 500 pips. And I'm not going to be mad at what the market can give me. Because remember, even if it's buying on a higher time frame, it has to sell sometimes on a lower time frame to get back to a previous area of support just to turn around and to buy again. Here's a really good example of this. We saw that the market was going up, and then we saw that the market actually sold, right? And now the market was coming back up again. So ultimately, we do expect it to potentially come down to this level to reach another low and then to ultimately come out and take out these highs because that's just the nature of what the market does. Now, other confirmations I noticed on this trade was my stochastic, which is an indicator that I like to double check when I'm trading. Now, you'll notice that the stochastic has three different parts. There's a shaded background. There are three significant levels, and then there are also two lines. Now, I'll just give you a quick example. When the lines are within this shaded area, things are pretty safe. If the market crosses above the 20, the 50, or the 80, usually it's going up. This can also be confirmed by if the blue line is on top. And we can just look at a few examples here. When the blue line is on top and the stochastic is facing up, the market tends to be buying. Versus when you get the orange line on top and the stochastic facing down, that is when you can see sales reflected in the market. So just by glancing at this, I saw that I had some sell confirmations on the stochastic, and we'll just zoom in. We can see that it is facing down. We can see that the orange line is on top, and we can see that it has crossed below this significant middle level. So for me, those are all the confirmations that I needed to enter for this sell trade, and that's what I decided to do. And I also marked my notes here. I just encourage you guys to take notes on your chart because this is literally what TradingView is for. And this is what I focus on, how to chart better because it does help you. Now, it's not the only thing you need. You need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your consistency. You need to work on your discipline. But if you can learn the charts while simultaneously working on yourself, ultimately that will make you a better trader. So we're just going to go ahead and hit play and we're going to see what happens. And we can actually see that in about 30 minutes, right, we did have that break of structure, which literally means that the market was ranging here for a series of 15 minutes. And then we had a break of structure on the downside, which ultimately confirmed that this market was going to sell for me. And as we can see, it hit our first take profit at 2780, which was about 500 pips. And then it also came down and it hit our 2775, which was an additional 1,000 pips from our sell stop entry. Now, I did say this market was going to sell before it bought because that's just typical trading action. But I do have these additional levels here so you can see potential places that the market could revisit. So we're going to hit play and we're going to continue to watch this trade play out. And just look at how beautiful the market structure is. And look at how beautiful our pre-levels that are marked have already been revisited and hit. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to where the market is actually going because as we can see, a new high has been formed on gold, and this is actually a new all-time high. So the market did exactly what we thought it was going to do. I'm glad that we were able to secure some profit in this trade, at least 1,000 pips. And for my people who like to trade both sides of the market, they would have had their buy limits set in this area, and they would have been able to secure all of this profit going up, or at least profit at different levels, which will be these levels here. Now, as the market climbs and continues to reach new highs, you're just going to have to continue to make new levels so that you can know which areas to target. But I really hope that you guys understood this video. I try to make my trade breakdowns as simple as possible and easy to understand. If it was helpful, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of viewers on my channel, but not everybody who watches chooses to subscribe. So if that's you, don't be that person. Be supportive. Not only does it help you continue to see my videos, but it also pushes them out into the algorithm so that other potential traders and traders can see the videos as well. But that's really all I have for you guys today. If you have any additional questions about this video or any of the videos that I've posted, make sure that you leave me a comment down below. If you are interested in working with me in a very small group of people that I mentor in order to help their mindset to be able to improve their money, you can find the registration link down below in the description box. But that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.